All right, family, let's talk. First and foremost, some people say, Marlo, you should do a podcast. Maybe you should do YouTube. A lot of time when I have thoughts or ideas, I don't have time to go sit up a desk, sit up some microphones. And it's the same thing as going live if you ask me. Now, what we're discussing today is a lot of things that's on social media. Everybody's well aware of what's going on. There is a Nick Cannon situation, and there's a Nick Cannon apology. And then there are these fake ass niggas who turn your back on you when you do something or say something other than their level of understanding. Let's get it be clear. Let's make this clear. Let's get an understanding. For those that are intelligent enough to get understanding, I'm gonna give you some. Those dumb motherfuckers who cannot understand understanding, there will be no clarity for you. If you do not understand understanding, there will be no clarity for you in this video. You're just gonna be upset. You're gonna say, man, fat ass nigga, always good. You won't get it. 80% of people are fucking sheep. Let's get that clear. Not 80% of black people, 80%, not 80% of white people. 80% of all people in America don't use most of their brains to think cognitively. 80% of people are told what to do. They're sheep. Get the fuck up here, go here. They don't think on their own. They're not really receptive to the sides of their brains that produce thoughts, arts, music, relative to controlling themselves. 80% of the people in America do not think for themselves. They are sheep. Only 20% of people in the whole entire planet, no matter what color you are open to cognitive thinking, are woke and have levels of consciousness which understands understanding. For you to understand what I'm about to say to you, you have to be a person that understands understanding. Now, I'm gonna give you me for example. If I write a 9 on the ground, you may walk up from the other angle and see a 6. The reason you see a 6 and I see a 9 is because I am the author of the number I wrote on the ground. And let's go over that again. If I write the number 9 on the ground, you walk up from the other side, you will see a 6. And if I tell you what you see, you're going to say a 6. We can have a debate and an argument about what we see, but I am the author of what I wrote on the ground. And the reason I see a bigger number than you see is my perspective on life. I write a 9 on the ground. You walk up from the other side, you're going to see a 6. I'm going to say, no, there's not a 6. You're going to say, yes, it is. I'm going to say, no, it's not. You're going to say, yes, it is. You're going to say, you're crazy, Lord. I'm going to say, no, you crazy. If I write a 9 on the ground, I'm going to say, this is a 9. You're going to say, this is a 6 because of your angle. If you walk from the opposite side, if I wrote a 9, you're going to say it's a 6. We can argue and debate, but at the same time, you have to understand the other person's angle of life, their perception, and what they see. I understand what the masses of people see. Now that we done broke down perspective and angle and have an understanding that sometimes you can see something different than what I see, and we both can be right. People don't understand that. Do you understand that? If you guys on my live understand, if I write a 9 on the ground and you walk up from the opposite angle, you walk up and I say, hey, what do you see? 6. I say, that's not a 6, it's a 9. You say, no, sir, that's a 6. And we have a debate. If these two people begin to argue back and forth without having an understanding of people have different views from different angles, we both can be right, but come up with different synopses. That being said, people are mad at Nick Cannon for what they said. He apologized, he bitched up. Someone told me, hey man, the masses gonna not read between the lines. They're not gonna see his perspective. They're gonna say he bitched up. Now, let me give you some understanding of understanding. From Nick's angle of life, that was not an apology. You do have to understand that sometimes you're smarter, have more information, and you have facts that the other person do not have. Let me break it down. If I said something that is true, but I know you have been taught that it was false, once I make this statement, you will be offended by what I said. But I understand that you are not taught that these words are true. So I may apologize to you for offending you, because I didn't mean to offend you. I meant to educate you. But since you're not educated the way I am, and I understand that you're not, I'll apologize. Does not mean that I think my words were not true. It means that I understand that you don't understand. And I don't want you to be offended based on the information you was given. If you was given the information I was, you would understand why I said what I said. But since you have not been given the information that I was, you didn't read what I did, you're not living my life, you don't understand the words that I just said. I didn't mean to offend you. Let me apologize for offending you. I'm not apologizing for the words I said because I know they are true, but I understand that you don't understand the words that coming out of my mouth. The apology wasn't a backlash or go back. It was that Nick understands these people are not intelligent enough to understand my black life. The Jews and the friends that I apologize to, not the network. The Jews and the friends that I apologize to, not the network. The Jews and friends that I apologize to, not the network, don't have the understanding that I do. They have not read what I read. They have not lived in black skin. They don't see life from my perspective. So I don't want to offend you because that was not what I meant to do. I meant to educate people that was like me. I was talking to people that are like me. Actually, you was being nosy in a conversation meant for black people that was induced to enhance the mental awareness of who we are. You wasn't even supposed to be in this conversation, but since you listened and you came in and you was offended, let me apologize to those that are offended by the truthful information I spit, because you have not been taught that what I said is real. So I'm not apologizing. Nick did not apologize for the words that came out of his mouth. He apologized for offending people that he was not trying to even speak to. His Jews and his friends and his colleagues, I'm not speaking to you. You are offended. Hey, I understand. You look up to me. You expect for me to be happy. You expect for me to be the jolly nigga. You don't expect for me to speak the truth. You don't expect for me to uplift my people. And when I did, it offends you. Let me apologize for offending you. But I'm not apologizing for the words that I said. Now, that is some deep shit to soak in. Some people won't get it. The masses that have turned their back on him understand. People that have the ability to turn on you have always been ready, able, and prepared to turn on you. Those that are always with you are with you regardless. If you turned your back on Nick, if you didn't have an understanding, I hope I broke it down and made you say, I didn't see it that way. I hope I made you get a perspective of how Nick feels and his understanding of his understanding. Nick understands. Most of the people don't understand what I said. If they're offended, let me apologize for offending my friends, colleague, and fellow Jews who are just not wise enough to know that the words I said was true. Didn't mean to offend you. I apologize for offending you. I'm not apologizing for the truthful words I said. That being said, those people that you do love, being black is a difficult situation. One day I'll be a celebrity. My son will either be a celebrity. It's going to happen because I'm working on it. Y'all coming to the video. The video numbers going up. I'm going on stage. My son is in a couple movies. We work it. So one of these days, either me or my son will become a celebrity, but I will be one of those people that will not apologize for the shit he said because I have a level of I don't give a fuck. Now, Nick as a business, a multi-million business to run, there are people that he doesn't want to harm. There's people that he see and he knows on a daily basis. The cameraman who just had a baby, he knows him and he knows he needs that job. The girl backstage that's really trying to go to school, that writes some of the jokes, he knows her and she's not well without the show. So he's willing to apologize to those offended if I can get back rolling financially, because I'm good. He rich. He could have stayed in this big fat ass mansion, fucking a couple of the Wild 'N Out girls, never said a motherfucking word, because the things that he speaks about on behalf of the culture don't affect him the way that it affects us, because he can sit in the big fat mansion, get his dick sucked by a couple of Wild 'N Out girls, and just count his motherfucking money. The things that affect us don't affect Nick the same, but he's willing to speak. He's willing to come to town and do things on behalf of the culture. He's willing to step up and say things that enlighten mentally people of our hue. He's willing to be a great example of a black man that can be laughed at and be the butt of the joke and still smile when they say hurtful jokes that are really demeaning, but he still laughs and jokes and keeps a smile on his face when he's the butt of the joke. He keeps a smile on his face when people say he's corny. He keeps a smile on his face when he makes multi-million-dollar business moves and does not get a pat on the back, does not get appreciated, does not become in the argument of one of the greatest moguls in our time. He comes to town and makes everybody laugh, even though he's the butt of the joke. He makes everybody smile, even though he's the quote-unquote corny nigga. He keeps a smile on his face in light of all of that. And even in this situation, black people have the audacity to turn their back on one of the most outspoken celebrities we have when he doesn't even have to speak on that shit because it doesn't affect him. You motherfuckers still go buy Michael Jordan shoes, and he don't hardly ever say shit. You go buy Jordan's clothes, this motherfucker don't never say shit on your behalf. But Nick Cannon was able and is always vocal. He's always open. He's always out in the streets. Every time he comes to town, he blesses somebody, unbeknownst to you guys. He's done things in Memphis I can't speak about. He's done things in Memphis I can't speak about. He's blessed people and minorities in situations that I can't speak about because he's asked me not to go vocal about it. He has asked me not to Facebook about it. We've been places he's told me, though, don't go live, don't go show us here. I've went to places and watched him spend 15, 20,000 on other people's behalf right here in the city of Memphis and didn't do it for the crowd, didn't do it for likes, didn't do it for social media, made sure I didn't do it on social media, asked me not to talk about it, asked me not to go live, asked me not to take pictures of him blessing minority people right here in Memphis just because he genuinely gives a fuck, and you'll turn your back on one of the most vocal, open, down-to-earth celebrities we have. That tells me about the person that switched the back. If you're able to not know a person in real life, not get an understanding of a person in real life, but to switch and call him a coon, and switch to call him a fool, and switch to say he's soft, Nick Cannon has never been a ghetto gangster hood nigga. He doesn't have the I don't give a fuck that I got. He is a nice, caring, intelligent young black man that's willing to speak up for people that are going through some things because we wearing the same skin. But for you to turn your back on Nick, say something bad about Nick, think he's a coward, saying you wouldn't apologize. A lot of the people that are saying, man, I will never apologize, that's because you'll never be in a position to. Some of the people that have bad things to say about Nick Cannon, motherfucker can't even take a 3-hour lunch break. You can't even decide if you're going to eat the rest of this sandwich or take a point at work. So you're not even in a boss enough position to try to down a real mogul, a real boss, a real person of interest when it comes to black culture, a person that has changed the narrative of how we're looked at, a person that hosts multiple shows and makes black people look like good, happy people all the time. You're not even in a position. If I say right now, October 2022 on the 3rd, will you be off? You have no motherfucking idea. You know why? You're not even in control of your motherfucking life for you to say, and you're going to try to down a boss that has multiple businesses, multiple bars, multiple streams of income, supplying life, revenue for multiple black families. For you to turn your back on a person like that, you have no understanding of what he goes through. Some people don't understand what a boss goes through because you've never been a boss. You've been an employee all your life. When you was in the Boy Scouts, you didn't even get all your badges. Nigga, when you was in high school, you wasn't even the cool nigga on the table. When you was in junior high school, you wasn't even the nigga beatboxing against the wall. You was never the cool kid. You was never that nigga. Even some of you niggas that got out of school and tried to see a dope, you never got above a nickel bag. Some of you motherfuckers that worked in McDonald's when you was a kid, you never got out fries. You never been a boss in any facet of your life, so you never understand Boston. When you date a woman, she always cheat on you because she go get a real nigga. Even your kids, they don't even listen to you. You tell them sit down, they stand the fuck up. You're not a boss in no facet of your life. So most of you niggas who are not bosses don't understand the pressure that it takes for a boss to survive, to do things publicly to make himself look bad. But he has to think about that cameraman. Think about that wilding out girl. Think about that electrician. Think about that security guard. Think about that person that drives him to the show. Think about that person that washes the floor. Think about that person that puts the set together. Think about that person that puts the lights up. Think about that person who comes and cleans. He has a lot of people saying, Nick, I need this job. I don't have a lot of money. I'm not on stage. I'm not writing jokes. Please don't leave Wildin' Out. Please don't let Wildin' Out die, because if Wildin' Out die, I don't know how I'm going to make it. I ain't got a stimulus check. This ain't coming in for me. I got a brand new baby. I just bought a car. There's so many people that depend on Nick Cannon to be Nick Cannon that he has to apologize for those offended, not for the words he said. The words he said will always be true. He spoke some truth. That's what bothers networks the most. We have a guy that's on public, that's on TV, that's on display, that is speaking a truth we do not want to get out. We have to shut him down. We should be standing behind him instead of kicking him in his back. Most of us are standing behind Nick Cannon. Most of us that are kicking him in his back, I look at the life of a person that kick a person that's willing to stand up when he didn't have to. Nick Cannon doesn't have to speak on black issues because, one, he don't have those problems. It doesn't affect him in the same manner that it affects us. He can sit in this big-ass mansion, one of the several mansions he has, get his dick sucked by a few of the wilding out girls, and just count his motherfucking money. He doesn't have to be out here protesting, but he was. He doesn't have to pay people bills, but he has. He doesn't have to pay people's bonds, but he has. He doesn't have to employ people that are felons, but he does. He doesn't have to give people second chances, but he has. He doesn't have to do the things that he does for the culture, but he does. He doesn't have to have a podcast that's surrounded by not being funny, but being informative and mentally stimulating people that look like us and teaching people that don't look like us about us. He doesn't have to do none of that. He doesn't have to do any of those things, but he does. For you to turn your back and say something dastardly or say something negative or say something hurtful about a person that's trying to make your black skin more livable to be in, you're a fucking fool. Now look at black people. When you look at black people are one of the most fictitious people in the planet, especially Christian black people. All Christian black people, they're the most bitchiest motherfuckers around. And I believe in the Bible and I read in the Bible, but Christian black people, they ain't shit as a whole. I'm gonna tell you in one sentence how bitchified and sucker-free, sucker-full these bitch-ass Christians and fake-ass Bible thumpers that we have around the planet. Coronavirus came in. Look how scared the church was. Look how scared you big hat wearing ass bitches. Yeah, I'm talking about you old ass bitches who be at the church with a big ass hat. We can't even see the preacher behind you because your hat fucking 7 people long. Yeah, I'm talking about you old ass niggas who got gout. You've been praying to get the gout out the system. You've been saying the Lord gonna get the gout out, man. You get up and dance and sweat that fuck ass suit you wear every Sunday. That same motherfucking raglan ass Greg some here ass suit. You get up and dance and do your little shuffling shit, and then as soon as coronavirus came, your scared sucker bitch ass acted like you never knew Jesus. Oh shit, goddamn coronavirus. Oh shit. Bitch, weren't you just talking about curing cancer last week? You sucker cis ass nigga. Weren't you just up there swinging the tambourine? Yes, 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 Lord, he gonna do it. Yes, you cis ass nigga. Weren't you just hoping you praying that your boyfriend stop sucking another nigga dick? Yeah, you nigga. Weren't you just hoping for a better saying what the Lord gonna do for you? He's gonna help you pay your bills. But soon as coronavirus came and your scared sucker ass goddamn it got 7 masks on, oh shit, I can't go to church. You didn't stop with the church before the Congress told you not to go. Scared cis ass nigga. Sucker ass nigga. They really depend on being black is one of those fickle things where you love your people, but the people you love will switch on you best because they're not educated enough to stand strong with you. Because if you look at the person in life that switches on you, you've been switching on your goddamn self. You didn't stand strong for you. Your kids, you ain't around your kids, you done switched on them motherfuckers. You got 7, 8 baby mamas, my nigga. You done switched on all them women. You done had several jobs. You done switched on all them motherfuckers. You don't even be around your friends long enough, nigga. You switch on them motherfuckers. You a switcher. Most of these motherfuckers already switching. And then you get the fact that these motherfuckers flip-flopping in every aspect of their life. I don't expect for you to stand strong for a nigga that's really strong for the culture, because you ain't standing strong for yourself. Look who you putting your dick in. No nigga that loves themselves fucks that. No nigga that loves themselves fucks that. Yes, I'm talking about you bitches too. None of you, no woman that loves herself lets that fuck her. You let that fuck you. I expect for you to flip on Nick Cannon. Bitch, you don't even love yourself. You suck that dick, that dustin ass nigga, the nigga who never get a haircut, the motherfucker with his pants sagging, the tattoos misspelled on his face. You suck that dick, bitch. I don't expect for you to stand up and be firm for Nick Cannon. Bitch, you don't even love your goddamn self. Most of these motherfuckers who got some shit bad to say about Nick Cannon, just go to their page. Look at their life. You be like, nigga, I expect for you to be a flip-flopper. You don't even love yourself. Look who you fucking. Look who dick you sucking. Nigga, look who pussy you eating. When that time I seen you with your kids, you don't even love what you created. Get the fuck out of here. You ain't even got a good job. You ain't even man enough to read a book, to learn the system that you in. Your credit fucked up. Your job fucked up. Who you fucked up. Who you suck fucked up. Who your friends fucked up. Who you talk to fucked up. What you talk about fucked up. I expect for you to be fucked up. I don't expect for you to stand firm and have the wherewithal to see something through, because you don't have the patience and the mental wherewithal just see something through. You don't have the mental strength to stand behind a nigga and say, nigga, I got your back. Because you ain't even got your own goddamn back. I see who you friends with. Nobody that loves themselves is that nigga friend. Bitch, nobody that loves themselves, let that nigga fuck them. People who commit suicide won't fuck that nigga before they die. Motherfuckers who ready to die, before they die and jump off the bridge, they wouldn't fuck that nigga. They would rather die unfucked by that nigga than the motherfucker you got several babies by, bitch. Motherfuckers talking about Nick Cannon. This nigga ain't shit. Nigga, bitch, you ain't shit. I'm looking at your life. You never travel. You never go nowhere. You never brush. You never do nothing, nigga. You never just brush the sense of success. You've never been successful in any aspect of life. Why should I expect you to stand behind a motherfucker, support a motherfucker, when you got friends that got businesses you don't motherfucking support. You got cousins who got businesses you don't motherfucking support. You go to sleep every night, 365 days out of the year, have a great dream, never get the fuck up and do anything you dream about. You don't even support your motherfucking self. So I expect for you niggas to turn on Nick Cannon, because you niggas turn on your goddamn self all the time. You don't love yourself. You don't abide the rules about yourself. There's no code of ethics when it comes to you. You never support anything that you want to do. You never support anything your family does. You never support anything your children want to do. You get on this motherfucking argument about motherfucking Kobe Bryant. Your son play basketball. I ain't seen you at one game. So I expect for you to turn your back on people that you should not. Niggas ain't shit. We'll do that whole video later, because I got customers sitting in the shop waiting on me not to turn my back on them, because I got clients. Yeah, you want to talk to me? Pull up at the top, 2824 Coleman Road, and I will not apologize, because I have a bit of I don't give a fuck when it comes to me. I never apologize for what I say, because I meant that shit, and I don't employ enough people to be bothered by you niggas who I ain't fucking with you no more. I don't give a fuck, bitch. You can pull up 2824 Coleman Road. Come get a haircut, come get educated, come get motivated. But we ain't gonna be on that bullshit.